สวัสดีครับอาจารย์ครับผม
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Dharma meeting where we will discuss the Buddhist practices of charity, morality, and meditation. Everyone who's interested is welcome to join. And we shall start with our first participant, which is Marco from the Netherlands. Hi, Marco.
Hi, Ajaan. Thank you for your time.
How are you doing?
It's been an interesting week after last week. Last week, I did the confession during this session. Had a lot of discussions with my wife about past behavior, realizing there's still a lot of work to be done. I'm looking for guidance. I'm looking for help. I'm looking to gain confidence back. I've realized a lot of things. I've looked back in the past about what I've done. So some of the things that I've done was chat with other women while I was married, but I've also looked at pornography while I was married with my wife, and I had that habit of actually doing that when she was away, and it became a little bit of a habit that I'm very ashamed of. Um, that I need to fix. And it happened when I was working from home during the COVID period mostly. And then when I got in a group app with my soccer team, there was this period that they sent a lot of bad things, and one I clicked on while even my wife was at home. So I didn't do anything, but I looked at it and I felt bad. And I know that's a problem. I still see the female body as something that I lust for, which is a problem. And I've worked on that. And last week you've given me the homework to look at the 32 parts of the body, which I started doing. And I do notice that I'm improving, but I'm not there. I need a lot of help on that. I feel ashamed. I'm afraid that I ruined my marriage by the behavior that I've had in the past, which was grown mostly because I was afraid to come clean, afraid to tell the truth. At the same time, I know that those fears have made it very difficult for me to be honest, because I was afraid of what was going to happen. And I've learned the hard way that being true is the only way to go forward. So that's what I've started doing, and I'm seeing some improvements at work by being honest to people, by being direct to people about what I like, what I don't like, and I'm noticing that this is the only way to go. But I need guidance. I'm looking at you for guidance. I'm following the Buddha's path. I want to be the right person for my wife, but mostly for myself. I want to reach sort of on. I want to reach the next step and not be stuck in the senses. I know that this is my biggest issue, and I need to regain for my wife, for my son. And this is the proper way I hope to come clean. I also came clean to my boss, to colleagues, because I want to have this on the table. I want them to know my problems so that maybe they can help me or at least steer me in the right direction. Um, and I think this is the only way to go forward. Um, yeah.
Okay. Well, one of the things that will keep us on the right track is to have this Dhamma called Hiri or Tapa, which means a sense of moral shame and a sense of fear of the consequence of immoral act. So if we can keep this in mind, it can push us in the right direction every time we want to do something immoral. Just think of the shame that we will have to put upon ourselves when we are discovered what we did. So this can scare us from trying to do the wrong thing. And also the consequence of the immoral acts. You might not go to jail, but you might be despised by some people.
To be honest, I think
Yeah.
jail would actually be less bad than the way I feel now, to be honest. So yes, I agree.
Yeah, and then you also have to work on the antidote, which is the asupa images, which you
Yeah,
should do. Watch it regularly. Make it as like a routine that you have to do every day. You know.
this is what my wife and I've been doing now every day, watching Asupa. I've been also starting to pray to the Buddha and every day. Promise the five precept and adding a sixth precept to prevent me from being distracted by items that can actually be also reaching to lust and breaking the third precept. And I'm noticing that taking those precepts helps remind to keep them, and that's something that I've always stayed clear of. And I'm very ashamed that in the past I've always felt like I was being a Buddhist, but at the same time the whole anatta became this excuse almost. I did feel it as a self and kind of like, well, it's this moment, it's gone, it's not there anymore. But I'm feeling more a sense of karma. I'm realizing now that it's coming back to me, and I need to get it clean. That's why also I'm doing this from work now, and I'm gonna every week sit in the session because I need this yeah, moral support basically to not go in the wrong direction anymore.
Yes, and you have to be patient for the result to appear. Takes time to. You have to do it every day, and slowly things will start to turn around. So just don't
Thank
give up
you.
your effort.
I won't.
Okay. And be
Thank you, Ajaan.
patient for the result. The result might take time for your mind to be able to readjust to your new attitude toward life.
Yeah, and
But it will become easier as the day passes. Things will get better. Just think of it that way.
I just hope my wife has the doesn't feel too much hurt, that she has the energy also to bear with me on this, and to see that I'm taking the steps for myself, not for her alone, but really for myself to get better.
I think she wants you to succeed. Everybody wants you to succeed. So just don't be too critical of yourself either. Just just know your mistakes, know your weakness, and try to work at it, improve it. We all make mistakes, and if you admit your mistake, then that's the path to redemption.
Yeah, and the admitting has been the issue, to be honest. That's
Mm,
the making the mistakes bit was not that happened, but admitting it is most
yeah.
difficult, and that's the what I really need to work on. And that's things that I've been realizing now also with the meditation, to look back at my youth. There was a lot of steps that I made to get away from actually having to expose what I'm feeling, what I'm doing, and that's something that's haunting me now, that I don't want anymore.
Mm. Okay, just you have to have this willpower to do the right thing,
Yeah,
and
I've since last week I've tried to learn all the 32 parts of the body. I'm getting there. I think I'm at 20
yeah,
now. So
yeah, try to memorize it in your head and try to visualize them, so you don't have to rely on the book or on the. Yeah. But from time to time, it's good to look at the graphic images. It's much stronger than the name or the words of the images.
no, thank you, Ajahn.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, I think that that's it. I'm just grateful for this opportunity again that I can share, and be honest and come clean and go forward.
Yeah, we all make mistakes, and we admit it. Then that's the way to correct our mistakes. If we don't admit them, we will continue on doing the same mistakes again.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, good luck to you.
Thank you, Ajaan.
All right. Next, we'll go to Sri Lanka with Samanji. Hi, Samanji. You are in early today.
Yes, yeah. Look, Ajaan.
What can I help you with today?
I have some questions. Can I go ahead?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. Now, Ajaan, now soldiers who go to war, do soldiers who kill the enemy during war commit the sin of killing? I mean, they do it on behalf of their country.
It's still wrong. It's still bad karma. But the consequence can vary from which type of killing you do for. The reason for killing can have bad or worse consequence. If you kill for your country, it's not as bad as you kill for your own benefit, like robbing someone or hating someone.
So
But it's still wrong.
Yeah.
It's still wrong.
Does he still violate the first precept?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Also, Tanaja, does its army commander or the leader who orders the soldier to start the war or commit war, start the war or kill the enemy, do they commit more bad karma than the soldier who just follows the order of their commander?
Well, the one who give the order also commit a bad karma, but I don't know how bad the consequence will be.
Okay. And so soldier has to bear more bad karma, because he's the one.
Yes, either you do it
It's
yourself or you tell somebody to do it for you. It's the
Okay.
same.
It's the same, which is more intense, Tanaja, which
I
gives more bad.
I only been told that it is equivalent. And whether you do it yourself or have someone else to do it for you,
Okay.
you're breaking the same precept. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes, like when people are sentenced to death, when the death sentence is given, so how about it? Who is, does the person, I mean, does he get, more bad karma? I mean, who sentences a person to death?
Well, see, the consequence of this killing can vary from person to person who you kill. The more precious the person is, the more consequence you will see. Like the five extreme or extreme bad karma is first killing your father, killing your mother, killing an arahant, even just hurt the Buddha, make the Buddha bleed or something, and causing the Sangha to fracture. These are considered to be the most the worst type of karma that one can commit. And if,
Yeah.
see, because you're destroying somebody who is really good to you, nice to you. But if you kill an animal or you kill an enemy, like you're a soldier, that is less. The consequence is less.
Okay, Tanajan. Yeah. My next question is, Tanajan, as per the teachings of the Buddha, should we confess our past bad deeds to someone we trust, or should we self-correct without telling others?
Well, there's no requirement for you to do that. If you can admit to your own mistake, and then you can correct this mistake. But for monks, we are required to confess our mistakes to another monk in order to shame ourselves and also let other people know, let other monks know that we have broken something and that we should not continue doing it.
Okay. So for lay people, self-confession session is fine for people like
Yeah, for layman, it's not required that
layman.
you have to confess. But if you find confessing will help you,
Okay.
then you can do it. There's no rule regarding this point.
Okay, Ajaan, thank you. And my next question is about Vipassana meditation. Actually, I have read a lot about Vipassana meditation, but still I have no clear view of how to do it in a proper manner, leading to Nirvana. Thanajan, I have read that the Vipassana meditation helps us to see things clearly and understand the true nature of reality through observing our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. Also, it helps us become more aware and mindful in our everyday life. Am I correct? Could you explain me briefly how to practice Vipassana meditation? I do it, but sometimes I do not
Well,
how.
Vipassana is the development of wisdom or knowledge that will then be able for us to eliminate the 10 fetters. See, we have the 10 fetters that bind our mind to samsara, starting from Sakaya Ditti, for instance, the view of the five khanda, like the body as being ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have to study the nature of the body to see that there's no self in the body. The body is just made up of the 4 elements
Okay.
and composed of the 32 parts. If you pair this 32 parts, separate this 32 parts, you won't find yourself in any of these parts. So you have to sometimes rip the body up, part by part, get the hair out and put in one place, put the skin, the teeth, the nail, and so forth. So eventually you come to see that there's no self in these 32 parts. So then you can understand that the concept of a self in the body is just our delusion, the mind's delusion. So you want to teach the mind to accept this truth and let go of this attachment to the body. You cannot control this body. The body is like the weather. It gets old, gets sick, and die. No one can prevent this process from happening. And if you have any desire not to have the body to get old, get sick, or die, you're creating dukkha, suffering for yourself, for the mind. If you don't want to have any dukkha or suffering, then you just have to accept the reality or the truth of this body, that you will have to get old, get sick, and die. Because it's the process, the natural process of breaking up of the 4 elements from the body. So this is vipassana, study, knowledge, like studying scientific, yes, the body. Then you also want to understand the nature of feeling.
Feelings.
Feelings also come and go, changing like the body. And you cannot always control your feelings. Yes, sometimes you have good feelings, sometimes you have bad feelings, sometimes you have neutral feeling. But your mind only wants good feelings. See? So the mind is creating dukkha because not understanding the nature of feelings, that they change. They don't remain good feeling all the time. Sometimes they become bad feeling. Sometimes they become neutral feeling. When they're not good feeling, then the mind feels suffering, feel stressful because the mind wants only good feeling. So you want to teach the mind to accept the other types of feeling as well. Good feeling, bad feeling, neutral feeling, because they are also natural process like the body. So then you will have no stress, no suffering if you understand the nature of feeling and let them come and go, let them change as they like.
Okay. Do we have to analyze the feeling? Like if we feel like maybe when we get angry or something, like you have to analyze that feeling. What do you mean by analyzing that feeling as to why it arises and all that?
Well, if you want to, some of the feelings you can you can delete, by finding the cause of this feeling. Sometimes we have bad feeling because we have expectation from people. We want people to say nice thing to us. So when they don't say nice thing, we have bad feeling. So if we want to delete this bad feeling from our mind, we have to stop our expectation. Don't expect people to say nice things to you. Let them say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
Then you won't have this bad feeling happening. But there are bad feeling that beyond your control, like the heat or the cold. This is something that you have to teach your mind to accept.
Okay.
There are feeling that you can
Mm.
you can control, you can delete, do it. But then you've come to the type of feeling that you cannot delete, then you just have to learn to live with it.
Yeah, Anaja, now we feel sad or we get angry because we think that there's a self, and because our self pride, then our maybe when
Yes.
our yes,
When you
because of that,
understand,
when there's no self, then no need to get angry or feel happy or sad.
that's
Am I
right.
correct?
Right. Do you get angry at water, or you get angry at the air, the wind when they blow at you?
Okay. Yeah.
This is
And
Vipassana,
this is,
seeing the truth according
Okay.
to the truth, not according to our delusion.
Also, Anaja, now to do Vipassana, I mean, is Vipassana to be done in deep meditation posture? I think as I understand from what you said, like we can practice it during our day-to-day activities as well, no? Like
Yes,
Yes.
normal with Vipassana, you usually don't do when you meditate. You do after you come out of meditation, because these are
Okay.
two separate type of practices. When you meditate, you want to stop thinking. You want to still the mind. But when you want to develop wisdom, you have to think. So these are two different types of practices that you cannot do at the same time.
Okay.
You have to do one or the other.
So while attending to our daily activities, we can practice Vipassana.
Vipassana also on two levels. First as a homework, and also as taking the examination. Like you first have to teach your mind that you can sometimes have painful feeling.
Okay.
And then the next step is to go and see the dentist and have your tooth pulled out,
Okay.
and see how your mind react to this painful feeling.
So that means we can practice Vipassana through meditation and also while attending to our day-to-day activities. Am I
Yeah,
correct?
eventually you have to
To meditate.
to face it in real time. When we think about it, right now we're talking about it. This is just the studying the theory or doing the homework, study to
Okay.
understand the nature of feeling. But then we have to face the real thing when in our daily life. It can happen anytime. Suddenly you might get stomach ache, for instance. How do you react? If you react with stress, then you fail the test. If you act normally, then there's nothing abnormal. This is part of life. Then you pass the test.
Annajan, every day I travel a lot, maybe to work. I spend more than 1 hour or 1.5 hours on the road. Can I make use of this time to do Vipassana meditation? Maybe to
Well, if you drive, you have to be mindful of your driving. You shouldn't do any vipassana when you drive.
no. I just take the bus actually.
Okay.
I go by intercity bus.
Yes, then you can do what kind of contemplation, whatever you like. You can study the 32 parts of the body if you like. You can study the anicca nature of the body, aging, sickness, and death, and look at the people around you on the bus. Yeah, there are different stages of body, right? Some young, some old, some sick, and some dying.
And Annajan, but this doesn't lead to nirvana, right? Just practicing Vipassana to merely observing day-to-day activities. I think we have to go. Do we have to go to deep meditation at some point? Maybe after practicing Vipassana, maybe
Not
related to our day-to-day activities?
deep meditation, you just go into jhana, see. You need jhana to make the mind neutral, to make the mind calm and not reacting. Once you have non-reacting mind, then you can teach the mind to face anything, face the painful feeling without reacting to it. Or facing death, for instance, and without having any reaction toward death. Treat it just like a normal thing. If you don't have equanimity, you will not be able to remain calm and non-reactive when you come to face the thing that you dislike.
Okay.
So this is, you need deep meditation to make your mind strong, to have
Okay.
strong equanimity. And you study the nature of things that you possess, that you think it belongs to you, that is actually not belonging to you. That one day you're gonna have to lose it, like your body. So when the time you have to lose the body, then you will be ready to let go if you have a strong equanimity.
Okay. Do I have time to ask 2 more questions?
Go ahead, go ahead.
Ajaan, now they say that anyway that we need we have to do deep meditation to achieve nirvana or to become an arhat. So what I thought was, firstly we have to do mindfulness meditation, anapanasati and all. After that we have to do vipassana meditation. So does it mean that what I have understood is wrong? That's my, is my
Well,
understanding wrong?
mindfulness meditation is deep meditation. It will get you deep into the jhana with mindfulness meditation, like mindfulness of breathing. Then
Okay.
you get to the fourth jhana or deeper, and then with that, in that state, your mind will be very strong with equanimity. It can remain calm regardless of what it might have to come to face with, like death or painful feeling.
And Thanajan, fourth jhana is a temporary thing, like when we get out of fourth jhana, again, it's a temporary experience, right? In the sense, when we are in fourth jhana, we get certain level of mental calmness, but once the meditation period is over, are we back to maybe to normal sort of feelings?
That's right. When you're in jhana, you're in nibbana. It's a temporary nibbana. You get
Okay.
peace and release from suffering, but it's temporarily.
Okay.
When you come out of jhana, your mind start to work, and your defilements start to come up. So your craving for things start to come up and creating stress and anxiety for you. So you want to use vipassana to get rid of these cravings. Cravings or fetters. Sometimes they're called fetters, but they're cravings, like sexual cravings.
Okay.
So you use the supa, for instance, when you have sexual cravings. So you have to look at the super parts of the body, the unattractive part of the body. So when you see the organs, the internal organs of the body, your sexual desire will disappear. So you need vipassana when you come out of meditation if you want to keep the mind remain calm as if you were in jhana.
Is asupa is the best form of meditation to become an arhat, I think, so
Well,
that we can see the
it's one
asupa
of the
nature of
it's one of the tools, but not all. There are many other tools that you have to use, like aging, sickness, and death. This is another tool. The four element is another tool that you have to see and understand the nature of the body.
because aging process, it takes a long time. So
You can
sometimes
you can look at your mother. You can look at your grandmother,
okay.
and you'll be like them. So you have to.
But we don't grow old all of a sudden, maybe at least 10, 15 years.
But you
We
have
just,
to have to imagine that what happened when you are like them. Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah. Okay, Tanaja. Okay, thank you so much.
You have to go look at the dead
Yeah.
body and say, "This is what's gonna be happen to me. I will be this dead body one day."
Yeah, that's true. What I said was like it doesn't happen overnight. No more than that, asupa is not touching. I think asupa, like when you
It's for different purpose. Asubha
when
is
you
together.
examine body parts separately, then you feel that like there's nothing in this body. There's
No
nothing to
self.
feel.
You want to
No
see
self.
no self in the body. So then you
Yeah,
can let go of your attachment to, let go of your delusion, thinking this body is yourself.
yeah. Even a beauty queen or a old woman or anyone, they all have same body parts. When you look at when you try to look at the body in that way, then you begin to understand that there's nothing in this body, like something
They're
like that.
just four elements. See?
Four
When the body
elements,
dies,
yes,
the four elements start to separate. First goes the wind element, right? The air. The air don't go in the body, and the air in the body will start to come out through the various place, like openings, yeah. And then comes the heat element, the fire element disappear, the body becomes cold. Normally our body has a certain temperature, right? 98.6 or something. But when the body with the dead body is cold, is cooler than 98 because the fire element also leaves the body. Then comes the water element, all the fluid will separate from the body, and eventually all you have left is just a the earth element.
Also, Ajaan, my final last question. Can we help? What can we do to help our pets or animals to help them get a better rebirth? Maybe like can we make them listen to Dharma? I know that they can't understand the content, but still, can we make them listen to sermons? So will it be of any use if we make them listen to a Dhamma sermon, or something, or
No,
not let?
no. By
Not
by by feeding them, you are helping them, prevent them from committing bad karma. See, if you
catching, yeah.
if there's nobody to feed them, then they have to go look for food, and they might have to go steal or kill to get food. So they will commit more bad karma. That means they will have to be remain as animal longer. But if you help them by feeding them so they don't have to commit any bad karma, then the old karma, the bad karma that they have done will slowly disappear from their mind. This will help them to return to be born as a human being sooner.
Okay.
You're already helping them, but you cannot teach them because they don't understand your language.
Even the sound that won't be of any use, no? When we chant Pirit and all.
No, you can teach them by example. If they're
Okay.
gonna steal some food, then you have to teach them not to do it, to
Because
stop them.
I had a cat who used to sit next to me when I was worshipping the Buddha, but she didn't understand anything. But whenever most of the time she used to come. She's no more now, but I don't think like that made her any good, no? Yeah.
Animals intellectual is like a baby. They don't understand much what you say, but they can understand your action, your movement, but they cannot understand the concept, what you're trying to teach them with your word.
Okay. And Asthanajan, can we bestow merit on them now? She's no more. Can we do some religious activity or give a
Yes, you can make dana and then share the merit with them.
Okay. Okay, thank you. That's all for today.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you so much. Wish you
Okay.
good health and happiness, Tanajan. Thank you so much for your words.
You're welcome and always happy to answer your question again.
Thank you so much, Tanajan.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Kok Seng from Singapore.
Good evening, Prajan. This evening, I'd like to ask Prajan regarding my understanding. I used to think that if I were to ordain, I have to get rid of the sexual desire in myself. But later on, as I learn more from Ajaan. So I come to come to the understanding that I should not have this thinking to have completely no sexual desire before I ordain, and if the opportunity is there to ordain, even though I still have the sexual desire, I should proceed with the ordination. So may I check, Ajaan, is this thinking of not removing sexual desire completely before one's ordained? Is this understanding correct, Ajaan?
Yes, as far as the desire itself is, you're not required to eliminate it when you want to become a monk. What you have to prevent is your action of body. You should not have any sexual intercourse with anybody if you want to become a monk. You have to practice celibacy.
Mm.
But the mind is harder to tame than the body. And so unless you can tame the body, not to commit this act, but you need stronger meditation, deeper meditation in order to be able to suppress the sexual desire.
Okay. Mm.
But you are taught as a monk to constantly contemplate the 32 parts of the body as an antidote, as a prevention for you from committing any sexual intercourse.
Okay. Ajaan, may I also check with you, what is the compelling reason that Lord Buddha gives for modifying the third precepts of Kami Sumichachara, from sexual misconduct, and then when it comes to the eighth precept, completely no sexual activity? What's the compelling reason for Lord Buddha for this modification?
Well, see, the two set of precepts are like beginning and intermediate levels. See? So the 5 precept is easier to keep than the 8 precepts.
Yes.
But if you want to meditate, then you need to keep the 8 precepts, because the 8 precept will support your meditation. It will prevent you from any sensual activities, like having sex with someone or eating too much, or enjoy the movies and music, for instance. These are activities that you will not be able to do as an 8 preceptor, so that you will have the time to go to meditate instead. But if you are still a 5 preceptor, then you're allowed to do this activity. It's not as intense yet. So it's up to you which level of practice you want to commit yourself to. As a beginner, usually people prefer the 5 precepts first.
Yes.
But as they find more benefit from meditation, then they might want to do more meditation. Then they'll find keeping the 8 precepts will help them better with their meditation. So they move up to the next level.
Okay. Understand. Yeah. Okay, Ajaan, this morning at the marketplace, I saw an old man with a walking stick, and at that instant, I asked my mind, am I ready to accept this when this happens to me, when I get old, have to use a walking stick? And my mind, the immediate response from my mind was that it is not ready to accept such a state of body condition. So may I check, Ajaan? So going forward, what type of homework should I do so that I will be able to accept such a state when my body ages and becomes old and weak?
You have to meditate to get to the Jhana. Then you will be able to accept this condition of the body. Right now, your mind is weak. You have very little equanimity. The mind will react to the different kind of conditions of the body. When the body is well, it will feel happy. But when the body gets sick, it will feel bad.
Yes.
So, but you can eliminate this reaction if you practice meditation and get to the fourth jhana. Then your mind will have equanimity and be able to not reacting to the various conditions of the body.
Okay.
And in order to get to the fourth jhana, you usually have to become a monk
Okay. If the
or live like a
opportunity,
monk, or live like a monk, live alone, and having no social interaction with anybody, and spend all your day, all your life meditating, practicing mindfulness and meditation, keeping the 8 precepts.
okay.
Okay, understood?
Yes. Okay. Thank you, Prajan.
Okay, next, Felicia Chan from Malaysia. How are you?
Very Prajan, I'm fine, thank you. Prajan, when I meditate, the body and mind separate. I feel an air pushing me. I was not disturbed by it. And I also found that awareness and calmness become better. Prajan, is this air pushing me called craving?
Don't worry about what it's called. Worry about how you react to it. Don't react, just merely know. Let it come and go. Treat it like anicca, anatta.
Okay, noted. Thank you. Prajan, since I often enter the stage of separation of body and mind, I hear a lot of sound of forest insect all day long. And the sounds of forest insect are louder than before. Prajan, may I know what is this? Thank you.
Don't worry about what it is. Just know how to react. Don't react.
Okay,
Just let it be. Just know that it is.
okay, noted.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Know that they are not under your control. They can come and go anytime they like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Don't leave them alone. Don't worry about them.
Okay,
They are natural phenomena like the wind, the rain, the snow. They come and go.
okay, noted.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Prajan.
You plan to go on to your retreat again?
Yeah,
On
September.
September, huh? The
Yeah,
same place with Ajaan, Uthai?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. What you do for the rain retreat? Do you have any?
I like that I can focus on my meditate, but no one to teach me. I cannot English cannot understand all time.
You have enough teaching already. What you need is the practice.
Yeah, I need the place for practice. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
no language, and then no po Thai also. So cannot talk.
Mhm.
Just meditate only lah. Meditate.
Yeah, that's enough though. Just master your meditation. Be
Yeah,
able to always calm your mind regardless of whatever happened to you or to anything around you.
yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
One day I want to go and see you, Prajan.
Okay. You already see me here, so why have to go to see me there?
If I go there and see you, nobody translate for me. I also don't know how to talk to you. At least now I ask my daughter to write, and then I can read and then ask for question. If I go alone there, my English also broken English not very good. Maybe I also don't know what you said to me. This is my problem.
You can use Google Translate now on your phone. Just speak in Malaysian and it will translate into Thai.
Yeah.
Okay.
Language cannot, but I like to meditate. Luckily, I can meditate.
Yeah, that's good enough. You already know too much already. Don't worry about teaching. Worry more about practicing.
But sometimes my friend, they know a lot of Buddha words, and then my friend asked me to read this, that. I also confused, because I think maybe I don't know language. I want to know more. then I feel why it's not like that.
You don't need to know all these things. All you need to know is how to practice mindfulness and
Yeah,
meditation.
mindfulness is master key.
Yeah. So that's all you need to know.
Yeah, is mindfulness is master key. It live in present. If no mindfulness, that means no at the present already.
Nothing happen if you have no mindfulness. No
Yeah.
wisdom, no samadhi, no vimutti, no nibbana. But if you have mindfulness, then this thing will follow suit.
Yeah. Ajaan, because last time not yet enter China, we think we always use the mindfulness. Actually, when enter the jhana, then when the mind stop thinking, just understand. We say the mindfulness, not the like outside people say the mindfulness. No, that one is thinking. That one is thinking. Because like we are normally people say, okay, I'm mindful. Actually, that one not mindful. The mindful, when you enter the jhana, then you understand what's the meaning of mindful.
Yes. Mindfulness is to stop the mind from thinking.
Yeah. No thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. I thank
Okay.
you, Ajaan. I'm very grateful can meet Ajaan.
You're welcome. I hope you progress in your
Yeah, and
practice.
I also thank you for COVID time. No visitor. I got a lot of time to practice.
Good. All right.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ajaan.
Okay. Next, we'll go to Switzerland to Professor Ken. Hi, Professor.
Hello, Tanajan. I don't have any questions today.
You still practice at home?
Yes, of course. Yeah, still going.
Mhm.
It's a quiet time at the moment, so
Do you have to start teaching again when the semester starts?
it's around about the middle of September, so it's quite a
I
long
see.
break. Yeah.
Okay, you're still not retired, you know?
No, not yet. I still have another maximum 4 years to go.
4
So
years to go. Okay.
I can go earlier, but I'm slowly winding down now. I've taken less responsibilities and have more spare time.
Okay, good. At least you should have a goal to reach for. So you have a goal waiting for you, right?
Yeah,
What
I
you
know the
want to
goal,
do. Okay.
and I'm moving
Toward that goal.
slowly but surely towards it for sure. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I
Rather
think it's
than not
easier.
having. Mhm.
It's easier at this stage. I think for younger men, it's more difficult to give up their careers and things. But I'm almost there anyway. So
Okay.
by necessity, one has to plan for the next stage.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
So the plan is to practice, keep it going at home, and spend as much time in the monastery as possible to
Maybe one day you
intensify.
can ordain.
Well, maybe. I think the first stage would be to spend more time in the monastery as a layperson, practicing, and
Yeah.
rather than diving straight in as a
Like you have to test the water first to see whether it suits you or not.
Yeah, I mean, a few years ago, I tested myself in Gauchion, and I learned a lot. I think I failed the test, but I learned a lot there. And
How long were you there?
I stayed in Wat Yan twice. The second time I stayed on the mountain 1 week.
1 week, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was intending to stay longer, but after a week, I had enough. I had to escape. But
Okay,
it was
not ready for it yet.
I wasn't ready for it, but I saw a lot of things that I've been working on ever since. So,
Okay, good.
like fear and things like that. I had a lot of fear coming up.
Yeah, and also physical discomfort.
Physical discomfort was very strong. Yeah.
Mm.
After one night, I wanted to run away actually, but I managed to. I remember I came to Ajaan the next day, and you told me just stay. There's nothing dangerous on the mountain, and it's all
all in your
anicca.
mind. It's all in your mind.
So after those words, I managed to stick around for another week, and I did learn a great deal. That was about, I think that was 2016 the last time.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have a lot of admiration for people like Jordan, who's dive straight in and can go there.
Yeah, he looks happy. I saw him today, this morning, but didn't have a chance to speak to him though. But he seems to be doing okay.
Yeah, so having experienced what it's like there, I really admire that people who can do that. But I'm moving slowly towards that direction.
We all have different potential, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Ajaan, thank you very much.
Good luck to you. Next,
Thank you.
Levan from Marin County.
Ajaan, I have a question. I'm always curious whether relics from ashes means anything, because a couple weeks ago I saw some green relics from a lay Buddhist female practitioner. So I just wonder, because I heard that sometimes when people have relics, that mean that person have some attainment.
Yes,
But
they're supposed to be fully attained. If they're fully attained, parts of their bones can turn into relics or turning into stone. Relics are really stone, like precious stone.
so okay. So green relics mean that this practitioner have some and
Yes, if it's true, but we don't know whether someone might put some stone in the enclave. So you can just, as long as you don't see it for yourself, then just be a little bit skeptical, but at the same time not to the point of dismissing it altogether. Half and half believing and half disbelieving, until you can prove it for yourself completely that it is true.
I see.
But the theory is, if you are fully enlightened and arahant, when you die, usually some parts of your bone will turn into relics.
But is it possible that an arahat have no relics as well?
Yes, possible. It depends on the time of death, between the time of your enlightenment to the time of death. Say if the time between enlightenment then is very brief, then the body doesn't have the time to have it purified by the purified mind. So it might not turn into relics. But if the time between enlightenment that is long, like years, then there's most likely chance that this then will turn into relics. According to the theory, the pure mind will purify the body also.
I see. So it doesn't mean if we can't find relics, we cannot dismiss that this person is not an arahat.
Because we don't know whether it's true or not, see. But if we know for sure that this belongs to this person, and that somebody get some piece of stone and add it to the ashes, then if you're sure that this is actually true, yes.
Okay. And another question is, I often see Buddha image as a reminder, like an object, a reminder for faith. I don't see that the Buddha image have any like spiritual power. But then at the same time, I know that sometimes people believe that if there's a brick in the Buddha image, or if I drop it, it will cause some bad luck. I just want to clarify.
All these are just beliefs, they're not true.
Okay.
Good or bad is up to our action, our karma, dependent on our karma, not about on Buddha statue or on anybody actually. It will depend on your good or bad karma.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you, Ajaan.
Yeah, Buddha images usually I think I heard that the Buddha didn't want us to have us build his images. He said that this images is not him. He said he is the Dharma. The Dharma is him. So he said that if you want to get to know him, study his teaching, the Dharma, his teaching, not having a Buddha image and worship. He said if you want to worship me, study the teaching and practice the teaching. Then you get to know me when you become enlightened. So the Buddha never encouraged Buddhists to build any Buddha images, but somehow people like to build this thing because it's easier than practicing his teachings.
Okay.
And then we start to come around these images that they can help you get rich or protect you from bandits or something like that. And people start to believe in this thing.
So that's not the right teaching.
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. Pure Buddhism, no Buddha images.
Yeah. So if I accidentally drop it, it's okay.
It's just it's a statue. It's just a doll.
Yeah.
It's
It's an object.
yeah, it's just some object.
Yeah.
And people are afraid to throw it in the garbage bin, so they give it to the temple, and they pile up in the temple with all these broken images of the Buddha.
Thank you, Ajahn. Next,
Okay,
clear.
you're welcome. Next, Cove for Cave. Cove. I'm sorry.
Hi, Ajaan. Thank you, Ajaan. I had a question that you may have answered already. My coworkers are always complaining about the job and each other. And I think I should just see them as I should have less expectations of them instead of wishing that they wouldn't complain. Yeah, so I think you answered it.
I think people are always dissatisfied, no matter how much they get or have. They will always complain. They will never fully happy. So this is the nature of people in this world. So don't expect anything different from them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only people who don't complain are the noble disciple of the Buddha. They don't complain. They know it's useless to complain. It's better to fix the problem than complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my only question. Thank you. I go to a small temple in Ontario, California. It's a Thai temple.
Yeah, well,
And
I think what Bodhisattva, I think.
yes.
Yeah.
But the monks don't speak English for the most part, so I feel that speaking to you, I speak to them. So thank you. Thank you, Ajahn.
Are you living around the LA area?
Yes.
Okay. There's a temple in San Diego monastery, one beta, run by an American monk, Ajahn Jeff. Have you heard of it before?
Oh yeah. I went there once. But I try to go on special occasions because it's about like 2 hours away from me. So I try to go, but I go to the one in Ontario more regularly. Like, yeah.
Okay. Fine. I thought if you want to English speaking monk, and then you have to go to Ajahn Jeff.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. I'll keep trying to go there. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, it's in a avocado ranch or something.
Yeah. It's so green there and very. It's a big monastery.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Greg Genso from Penang.
Ajahn, yeah, good evening. Ajahn, just for my information, when the Vasa will end for Theravada tradition?
Well, I don't remember the date on the calendar, but it's in the lunar calendar at I think the last day of the 11th month of the lunar calendar.
I see. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
You can approximate it's three months. It's almost half a month now into Vasa, so you have 2.5 more months left.
Okay. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Next, Steph from Oregon.
Hi,
Hello.
how are you?
Good. And
I was just watching an interview you did with the two monks.
yes, last Thursday.
Yeah, I love when they interview you. Um, I just noticed it seems that people want, not just people, monks also want to have like jhana information, like it's a secret recipe. It seems like everyone wants jhana, but it's hard. Is that true?
Can you repeat the question again?
It seems that everyone wants jhana information, like it's like a recipe, like you have a secret recipe. So is that a true assessment that
Yes, in order
it's like
to
very hard?
how to cook jhana is to have mindfulness. That's the
Yes,
main ingredient, mindfulness. Mindfulness of breathing, of the breath.
Yeah.
If you can
So-
concentrate, watch your breath continuously without thinking about other things, you will be able to enter into jhana quite easily and quickly.
Right. But it
That's all.
seems,
It's simple,
yeah,
but it's difficult to do.
I guess that's where it lies. It's just, it's simple, but it's difficult to do it.
Because the nature of the mind wants to run all around the place, doesn't want to stay in one place. It wants to keep thinking about the past, the future, about this and about that.
Yeah. And they mentioned that how Westerners we're just a very thinking society. So it's kind of like a little bit like we have to like unlearn
That's
the nature.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been taught to think, to question everything.
Yes, yeah. Like we're the masters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all. I just want.
Okay. Now you have to reverse the process.
Yes, I'm in the process, but it's a long.
You have to become the servant and just listen.
Yeah.
Don't ask, don't question.
Made me a better mother, I will say that.
Good. So now you don't get angry at your masters.
I do, yes, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good luck to you.
Much, thank you.
Next, Philip from Malaysia.
Yeah, good evening, Ajaan. I have a question with regards to the practice. I've heard from teachers that sometimes where people go through difficulties, that they can't go. I mean, they can't solve or whatever it is, right? They ask for like forgiveness from the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, and also to the teachers, to go in front of the Buddha statue to ask that for whatever they have done for body, speech, and mind, whether in the past or they have offended any beings or anything like that. Is this merely a practice, or is it something psychological to take out maybe guilt from one's mind in order to ease the practice or something like that? Because if you have offended, I mean, if you have offended someone and you actually do not know, maybe in the past throughout samsara and things like that, and if you don't actually see the person in front of you and say, I did you wrong, how could that affect, or it's just maybe something you just tell yourself that, okay, I've seek for forgiveness, maybe ease my my conscience a bit, Sometimes when during group meditation practice, in temples, they do have this. I won't say a chant, but maybe a saying like when there's a closing ceremony for whatever offense I've done to the teacher, whether known or unknown, to all beings, body, speech, or mind. I seek for forgiveness. Is that a rites and ritual practice, or is it something that prescribed in Buddhism?
This has become a ritual. People just do it just for the sake of feeling better if they say something like this. But the fact of confession is to admit to your mistakes and try to correct it. That's the point of confession. That's all it is. If you did something that your teacher told you not to do, then you say, okay, you have to admit, and then try to not to do the same mistake again. That's the whole point of asking for forgiveness. Not forgiveness, but to confess and to accept your guilt, to accept your mistake and try not to repeat the same mistake again.
Yes.
That's all. But sometimes they get carried away and get all sort of to people you don't know, people in the past life and so forth. This is just too far away.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I mean, I was just also wondering that. I mean, it would be more effective that if I've done something wrong, and let's say I've done
Right.
something to
Like
Ajaan or
if you eat when you keep the 8 precept and you eat in the evening, then you have to go confess and say, I did something wrong, I shouldn't do it again.
Yes, yeah.
This might ease your guilty conscience and also force you to make sure that you don't repeat the same mistakes again. That's all. That's that's the purpose. To correct your mistake.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ajaan.
Alvin Lee from Malaysia also.
Namaskar, Ajaan. Ajaan, just a question on the fourth jhana. I know to reach the fourth jhana, Ajaan said is normally monks can reach fourth jhana. But for lay person, he can go into momentary fourth jhana, right, Ajaan? Just for split seconds. Is it possible?
Well, see, it depends on our past lives, how much mindfulness we have already developed. So some lay people can enter into jhana easily also, if they already had practiced jhana in the past life. And for monks who had never practiced jhana in the past life, they might not be able to even enter jhana into this lifetime. So it doesn't mean monks will be better than lay people in this regard. But by being monks, it means you have more time for practice, that's all. So more possibility of entering into jhana than lay people. Because lay people don't have the time to practice like the monk do. But if you put the factor of past life into it, then this is a different. If you're in the past life, you have already practiced jhana, and in this life, you will find it easy for you to enter into jhana when you start to practice, whether you're a monk or not.
So the Kanika Samadhi is.
It just means that your mindfulness is strong enough only to enter into kanika, to briefly enter into jhana, and then the defilement, which are your craving, and then push the mind back out again, back toward the sensual objects. So you have to practice more mindfulness. So eventually you'll be able to stay longer and longer as your mindfulness grow and grow.
Okay, because sometimes it's the unknown when you go into it, and then the fear arises. Fear will arise, and then you just get out of it sometimes.
Well, there's nothing to fear. Before you practice, you have to tell yourself there's nothing to fear in meditation. Meditation is a place of refuge, a safe place for the mind. Nothing, no other place in the world is better than meditation, the place in meditation. So you have to establish this understanding. Some people get this crazy understanding that when you meditate, you run into bad spirit, and they'll cause you harm and so forth. These are just rumors, no truth in it. Even if you run into any spirit, they cannot hurt your mind. Your mind is indestructible. The only thing that can hurt your mind is the fear itself.
Yes. Yeah.
So there's nothing to fear but fear itself.
I think the only fear that I mentioned is probably the hiri and otapa, right? Ajahn?
Yeah, maybe you fear of your past bad karma, and you feel that the consequence of your bad karma might catch up with you when you meditate.
Yeah. The results. Yeah. The results.
But as long as you are mindful, nothing can hurt your mind. I guarantee you that. It's only when you become unmindful and then let your mind react, then things can cause the mind to become stressful or fearful. But if you have mindfulness, there will be no fear, no stress. So when you start to feel fearful, start reciting the mantra so that you can increase more mindfulness.
One more question, Ajahn. Ajahn, it's very difficult for me to observe the 8 precepts. So some days I will try to don't eat after noon. I just drink water until the next morning. Is there any benefit to it, or because I can't observe all the 8, so I just observe not eating after lunch on some days.
Your voice is kind of soft. I could not hear completely. Can you speak closer and louder?
Yeah, sure. I mean, Ajahn, I cannot observe 8 precepts. Usually I cannot observe 8 precepts. So there's some days that I don't eat after lunch. I only drink water until the next morning. I'm not sure whether they serve any purpose or any benefit to this, because I don't observe the whole 8 precepts.
Well, see, not eating too much will help you when you meditate, so you don't get drowsy or sleepy. That's all. That's the purpose of not eating too much, so that it doesn't become a hindrance to your meditation practice. But if you fast and you don't meditate, then you don't get anything.
No benefit.
Yeah, you might get the restraining power in your mind. You have the restraint. Your mind has the restraint to restrain your sensual desire.
Yeah, that could be one of the purposes as well, right? To fight against the defilements.
Yes, to survive your sensual cravings. But the purpose is to assist your meditation practice.
Okay. Just to avoid sloth
and torpor, the hindrance that will prevent you from meditating.
Okay.
Usually the precept go with the practice of meditation. So if you're not meditating, you can just skip the 5 precepts. But if you want to keep the 8 precepts, that's fine also. Nobody stops you from doing that. Maybe you just want to prepare yourself for eventually when you meditate, then you can keep the 8 precepts easily.
Not eating this.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Ajahn.
You're welcome. Eileen, you're next from Indonesia.
Good evening, Ajahn.
Yes, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Do you have any question?
Yes, I do. What conditions that cause us to die?
Cause you to die? The Buddha said when you don't breathe. The Buddha said when you breathe in and you don't breathe out, you die. When you breathe out and you don't breathe in, you die. That's all. He taught his attendant, Venerable Ananda, to reflect on that in this manner. When you breathe in and when you don't breathe out, you die. When you breathe out and you don't breathe in, you die. So that is just at the tip of your nose. Simple, isn't it?
And yes, but what causes us not to breathe?
Because your lung doesn't have the strength to breathe anymore. It's like a pump, say. Or something causes it to block the function of the lung. If the lung cannot function, then you don't breathe. When you don't breathe, you die. What else you need to know? What for? Or you want to know more? The Buddha says anicca, the body is anicca. That's the condition that cause death. But the body is temporarily. It has a start at birth and it ends at death. That's why he taught us to contemplate on aging, sickness, birth, aging, sickness, and death all the time. Do not to forget that the body will eventually stop breathing.
So is there any relation to our karma?
No, our karma is caused us to take birth, and this is our karma. When we can stop our karma, stop our cravings, then there will be no birth anymore. So our karma causes us to reborn. Our cravings are the mental karma. Cravings for sensual pleasure, for instance, causes us to need to have a body, because in order to have sensual pleasure, we need to have the body as the medium. So when we can stop the sensual cravings, then there will be no need to have a body. So there will be no rebirth next time, if you can stop your sensual cravings. So the cause of our birth or death is birth, and birth is caused by our cravings. So you want to stop death, you want to get to the deathless, you stop the craving, then you get to Nibbana, the deathless. No death, no more death. If you don't take any more rebirth, then there will be no more death. And to stop rebirth, you have to stop all your cravings. The 3 cravings mentioned in the Four Noble Truths. Craving for sensual pleasure, craving for being, and craving for not being. Just be natural. Just be natural. Be part of nature. Let nature take its course. Don't try to manage or deal or control nature. Just live with nature. Be part of nature. No craving. Let things come and go. No desire for this or that. Just accepting things as they are. Then you can stop all your craving that way. By meditating, get to equanimity. You need equanimity, and you need wisdom to see that everything is temporarily anicca, everything are natural phenomena. So you cannot do anything to them. They come and go as they like the body, the feelings, and the thoughts in your mind. They come and go as they like. When you try to control them, you get suffering, you get stress, but you cannot control them. Okay? Understand now?
I do. Understood.
Okay. Good. Next, go to Sui Check from Vancouver. Hadn't seen you for a while.
Hello, Ajaan. We were busy. Attending a course, but almost done in 2 weeks. So
I see. This has to do with your school?
yes.
I see. Okay. Management courses?
No. It's
Teaching courses.
yeah, the whole curriculum is like for the school.
I see.
Yeah. Learn a little bit about.
So this you need to do in order to renew your license or something?
Not really, but we found the curriculum, the contents it will be very helpful to the children. So that's why we spent about 1 year and 3 months to take the course since last year's.
I see. And it's almost finished now.
Yeah, two more weeks.
Good.
Finish
You
the
have to take exam. You have to take exam.
Yeah, we finished the exam return like few weeks ago, but now will be the final oral exam.
I see. Okay. Hope
Yeah.
you pass the exam.
Thank you, Tanda. Yeah, anything I don't know, I'll think of what you taught us then. Yeah, so it's been 1 year and 3 months. In the next 2 weeks, so we are all done.
Good. You persevere. You didn't give up.
Almost many times. Many times. We are almost giving up, but until now, and still thinking of giving out. Even 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's busy, really busy.
You choose your life. So this is you can have another way of life that which is not busy at all.
Yes.
But then you feel boredom, right? If you have nothing else to do.
Then we go and find something else to do. But then it's
Yeah.
too busy, then we want to give out.
Really, really stupid.
Okay, anything? Any question?
No question. Also just like Stephanie in important. I also really enjoy the talk by Clear Mountain Monastery.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the 2 monks.
Yeah, it's really, it's a really, really great interview, Anja. Yeah, really beneficial.
Okay.
Yeah, it's helpful. And from there, I just have a thought that Buddha actually was really logical. Like when he asked us to like think of our bodies and contemplate about our own body and contemplate about other people's body, so that the Dharma that he compounded makes sense, right? Let's say if I only live up to 70 years and this guy live forever, meaning like it doesn't make sense. Right? So I just realized that, it's that simple.
Yeah, you have to be balanced. You have a balanced view between yourself and other people. That we are all the same. Our bodies are all the same. All subjected to the same law of
Yes.
anicca, dukkha, anatta.
Yeah, that's what I pick up, But when I read the Satipatthana, long time, also question why, Why do we have to, contemplate others people's body as well? But then it just all of a sudden click to us that it's a very logical thing to think, because if not, then it doesn't make sense anymore, the Dharma.
Yes, if you only contemplate on your body, you might think you're the only person who will die, and the rest of people will live.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was just thinking I was the one who suffer, right? But other people, how come they are not? So, and that is the Dharma. Yeah, it is helpful.
Okay.
I would love to send some Dharma books. I wonder if if somebody would, for example, and I know Diana is from Toronto. If she's would like Dharma books, she can private chat me. I don't know. I'm
Okay.
not sure if she's here today.
You can let people know. Yeah, so if
Anybody in the no would like Dharma books can either let me know or
what Dhamma books you're talking about?
your biography and Ajahn Mahabua's book that my friend Kunjup sent from Thailand. She sent many books from Thailand, and and I help to send to people maybe in North America or anywhere is okay. I don't mind.
Yes, but you have to let people know, not just general word. Dharma books that can contain many different authors. So whose book are they?
It's by Tan Ajaan Suchart and Longta Mahabua. Maybe you can send me a chat message. I don't know, is that okay or like?
Yes, I think so. I think the admin will open up the chat for people to connect to you, send you the chat.
Okay.
And let you know if they want any books from you.
Okay. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, thank you for your work. The gift of Dharma excels all gifts.
Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay.
Thank you,
Next,
Ajaan.
next, B. Ravin from Bangkok.
Hi, good evening, Prajaan. Good to see you again.
Yes, anything?
Just a question on meditation and wisdom. Prajaan, you mentioned the importance of having jhana before we do Vipassana. So my question is, when would I know that my mind is ready for Vipassana?
When you're ready to contemplate on death, contemplate on asukha. If you cannot contemplate on death or asukha yet, it means your mind is not ready yet. Your defilement will prevent you from doing this contemplation. Or you might just do it for just as a ritual. This is not enough. The Buddha said death contemplation should be done all the time, from the time you get up to the time you go to sleep. Can you do that yet? Remind yourself that you're gonna die every second, always in the back of your mind that I'm gonna die sooner or later.
Not frequent enough. I usually do it after I finish meditation. I will contemplate on death.
And then you forget after that. When you let your defilement tell you to go after things again. If you know you're gonna die anytime soon, will you want to go after anything? You want to give up everything, right? When you know you're gonna die. That's the purpose. And the purpose of contemplating on death is so that you can give up everything. So that when you actually die, you don't suffer. You don't have any sadness when you have to leave everything behind you. Okay.
So this is how I need to contemplate. They just think about death as
on the super, on the 32 parts of the body. Can you always look at people and see the 32 parts of the body?
Not yet. I need to try.
It's because your mind is not ready yet to do this contemplation. Your defilements still keep blocking you from seeing the truth. So you need the strength of jhana to help.
Yes. So if we have strong jhana, it makes the mind easier to contemplate on these.
Yes, because the strength of the defilement will be weakened. See? It will be easier for you to see the truth with jhana. Without jhana, the defilement is still very strong. It will block you from seeing the truth, seeing death, seeing aging, sickness, and death, seeing asukha.
Yes. So I mean, sometimes I bump into people. They say, "Oh, I think about death, think about sickness all the time." But the truth is, if they don't have jhana, they really cannot see it, right? Because only if we have it, then we can truly understand the nature of it, and that we will not become scared of it.
Well, when you see death all the time, really see death all the time, then you have a different perspective of life. Instead of looking ambitious, you don't need any ambition. You won't have any ambition anymore. What's the point of being something when you're gonna end up dead anyway? What's the point of having anything when you're gonna end up dead? So it's better just to to relax and stay comfortable. Don't have to go after anything. Just prepare yourself for that.
Changes our perspective of life.
Yeah, from life to death.
Oh.
We keep thinking we're gonna live. But we forget we're gonna die.
Die. Yeah, it's a nice way to put it, Ajaan. We will die one day, not let's continue living.
And that day can be tomorrow. Or today even.
Yes, it's mindfulness, isn't it, Prajat, that we need to have mindfulness of death, mindfulness of the uncertainty of life.
Yes, you have to be mindful of anicca all the time. And sometimes we forget, we want to think of permanent instead of impermanent. Okay?
Yes,
Got it?
Prajat.
So try
I
to
think, yeah.
practice more meditation, calm your mind first.
Yes, Prajat, I will do that. And I look forward to seeing you next week. I'll be in Pattaya this weekend, so I will drop by and see you on one of
Okay.
your Dharma talks in the afternoon.
Okay.
Thank you, Prajat.
Next, Ubeka Alfredo from Sao Paulo.
Hey,
How are you? Cold?
normal,
No, not cold.
18 graus.
18 Celsius, okay.
Yes,
It's about 30 here, 30 Celsius here.
yes. Today a little grip.
A little what?
Gripe, resfriado is so cold.
Cold.
Lighting. Aching. Still.
Sneezing.
Yes. Listing.
Sneezing.
Listing.
It's difficult to say.
Yes. Yesterday we goes to hospital on the car of my neighborhood, and the car have a conditioner air. It's
Heater.
much hard.
Okay.
Okay. And next month I do a exam again.
I see.
A big polyp in intestine. I think it's normal.
You want it to be normal.
Oh yes.
But you don't know for sure.
Yes, I don't see the things, but we've separated. Oh, it's normal, no?
Yeah, but what if you have something wrong with your body? What you gonna do?
No, it's normal too, but
Okay, no
it's normal
problem.
too.
No
No
problem.
problem. No
Fix
problem.
it.
No
If
problem.
you can fix it, fix it. If you cannot fix it, then let it be.
Yes.
What else can you do, right?
Yes.
So you have to be prepared for both.
Yes.
Good news and bad news. You don't know which one you're gonna get.
Yes, Upeka, Sachi.
That's right.
Day stone is good, but day stone is good. It's difficult to walk in the stones, né, Bante? Pain the feet, né? To walk in the stones.
Yeah.
The stone is food. Is normal.
Everything is normal.
Yes.
Nothing is abnormal. Only us, we are abnormal because we cannot accept normal things.
Yes.
The Buddha said aging, sickness, and death is normal.
Yes.
But we don't. We are abnormal. We don't want to accept aging, sickness, and death as normal.
Yes. Reborn is not normal, but reborn is not normal.
Okay, then you have to stop rebirth.
My dream, my dream.
Okay. Stop cravings. Stop all your cravings.
Yes, yes. Yes.
Okay.
It's okay. Okay.
I hope you have good news though. Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Next, Sarasi. Sarasi. Geneva, right? You're in Geneva, Switzerland. Go ahead.
Oh, Ajaan. Yes, Ajaan. Good
Mhm.
evening, Ajaan. I'm from Geneva. I'm living in Geneva now.
Did you see your sister early on?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I saw her. How are you, Ajaan?
Well, happy. Thank you.
Okay.
What can I
Rajan,
do for you?
I have one question. Out of the 10 fetters, the Dasa Sangyojana, what are the still remaining fetters in an Anagami?
5 upper fetters, such as attachment to to rupa jhana, attachment to arupa jhana, conceit, restlessness. There's still some restlessness in the mind of an anagami, restlessness and agitation. And the fifth one is avijja, ignorant of the Four Noble Truths, the more subtle Four Noble Truths. And these are the 5 upper jhana fetters for the anagami to relinquish, to let go, in order to become an arahant. See, the 10 jhana are divided into two halves, the upper and the lower one. The first 5 is the lower fetters, and the last 5 is the upper fetters, or the higher fetters. So an anagami still have to work on the 5 fetters, the upper, the higher fetters. The anagami is still attached to rupa jhana and arupa jhana, and it still has conceit. It still thinks there's a self in the mind. It thinks the mind is a self, when actually the mind is just a knowing element.
Okay. So can he still lead a lay life? I mean, just remain as no.
He can live a lay life, but he wouldn't have any sexual activity with anybody. He'd probably live alone if he could not ordain yet. But he would have no sexual cravings for any sexual activity or sensual activity, like watching movies, drinking, eating, or anything like this. He finds happiness from peace of mind, from having no sensual cravings.
Okay, so he will only have one more birth, no, Ajaan?
He doesn't return as a human anymore. He won't return as a human.
Yeah.
But he will be born as a Brahma, and then he will become an arahant in that realm, from that existence. Yeah. When he finally get rid of all the other remaining 5 fetters.
Okay. Anyway, it's one birth, no? It's not a human definitely, but
No human birth anymore, just a spiritual birth as a Brahma.
okay.
So you won't have to get old, get sick, and die anymore once you become an Anagami. You won't have a human birth anymore. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ajaan. I wish you good health and happiness.
Okay.
Thank you, Ajaan.
I hope you advance in your practice. Okay.
Yes.
See you
I'm doing
more.
meditation, Ajaan, but it's very difficult, but still every day I am trying my best to do meditation.
Yeah, the more you try, the easier it will become.
Yes.
So just be patient and just keep on trying, keep on doing it.
Okay.
Especially mindfulness. You need mindfulness first. Okay, mindfulness
Okay,
all the
Prajna.
time. From the time you get up, be mindful. Be mindful of a mantra, or be mindful of your body movement. Keep watching your body. Don't let your mind go away from the body. Usually, when the body is doing something, the mind also thinking about something else. This is not being mindful. The mind has to be in conjunction with the body, be working
Yes.
together with the body.
It's very difficult, Ajahn, but trying to practice
Yeah.
and giving the best I can.
Our habit is to do many different things at the same time. Let the body do something else, and we think planning about some other thing at the same time. So we want to stop this running away of the mind from the body. Sometimes you can use the mantra to help you bring the mind back. Bhutto, 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 bhutto.
Yes, that helps.
Okay, if you have mindfulness, then when you meditate, you'll find it easy to become calm and peaceful. All right, keep on doing it. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Prajan, for your Dhamma teaching. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Wish you all good health.
You're welcome. Melinda from Singapore. Okay, how are you?
Not so good.
Not like when you're in the temple, huh?
Mm.
Temple is more peaceful than at home
Yes.
because you have to deal with other people.
Yes.
I see.
Mm.
It's better to live alone, right?
Not, I do not have that condition for now. I don't. Yes.
Okay,
No, I do not have that condition for now to be alone.
I see.
Mm.
So you have to live with whatever you have to live with for now.
Yes.
Okay. Just use equanimity, ubeka,
Mm. So I put this in.
loving kindness,
Mm.
metta, and ubeka. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Metta, mudita, metta, karuna, mudita, ubeka. The four Brahma Vihara. This is the Dharma that you have to practice when you're around people, you're with people. Either show them kindness, or show them compassion, or show them joy of their success, of their happiness, or to just remain calm and not reacting. When you find that reacting can be harmful or unhelpful, then you remain calm and not reacting, equanimity. Okay?
Mm.
Then your mind will be peaceful and calm all day long. Okay, I'll go to Aparachita now
Thank you, Raja.
from Dubai. Hi, how's your practice coming?
Practice, I'm practicing. Some days good, but I'm trying to keep a bit more mindfulness, as you've said, and that because that's the only thing I realize.
Yeah, the practice is still anicca, up and down.
Yes, but I enjoy it. I like it. I like it.
Okay. Any question tonight?
One question, I remember you once said that the mind has 5
Properties.
functions. Yes.
Yeah, properties.
Could you repeat that once more?
First, it has this knowing ability, to know things. We are talking right now, and you know what I'm talking. This is the mind ability to know what I'm saying. And it can also have feeling. It can feel good, bad, or neutral. And,
Mhm.
and it can remember or perceive things. and it can think about what to do, what not to do, so forth. And the last one, it has the ability to connect to a body, to the sensual organs of the body, so it can access the sensual objects coming through the sensual organs, like seeing, hearing things. This is called vijnana, the ability to connect to a body. See, the mind is a spiritual knowing element, while the body are the physical parts, and it can connect to the physical part of the body to access the physical world. So this is how birth happens when the mind sends this ability, psychic connector to connect to the body. And you have birth, you have conception in the womb. And then when the baby comes out of the body, then the mind can then use the body to access the essential objects. And then it can experience the different types of feelings from the contact of the sensual objects. Sometimes it has good feelings, sometimes it has bad feelings, sometimes it has neutral feeling. Then it uses the thinking to think, what should it do with this type of feeling? If it's bad feeling, try to get rid of it. Change the sensual objects. Look for something different. So this is how the mind works with the body together. The mind needs the five sensual organs to access the sensual objects. Once it has the sensual objects, then it has feelings arising from the sensual objects. And then it starts to use the thinking to decide what to do with sensual objects. If they're good, keep it. If they're bad, get rid of it. And if they could not get rid of it, then they got dukkha, they got stress. So we want to stop the stress by not telling the mind to go after things. Just leave things alone. Because sometimes you can get them and sometimes you cannot get them. So it's better not to have any craving for them. Leave them alone. But in order to do this, the mind has to be happy. So you have to meditate to make the mind happy first. Once the mind becomes happy, then it doesn't need to go after the sensual objects anymore.
So it slowly starts to lose that drive or interest.
That's right, this cravings for things, because you also see that you don't only get the good things, you can also get the bad things sometimes. Or the good thing can turn bad later on, because everything is changing all the time. Anicca. So eventually, with wisdom, you say it's better not to have anything to do with anything that keep changing, anything that you cannot control. So it's better to live without anything. Just live with peace of mind. Live with contentment for meditation instead. Okay. All right, next, go to Toronto, to Dr. Indira. Where is Dr. Piao? Is he walking?
Yeah, good morning from Toronto, Ajaan. He was here all this time, but like on Tuesdays we start at 10:30 seeing patients, but so there was some patients, he had to go. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. You have any questions yourself?
Yes, Ajaan. Samanji's sister from Geneva, she asked a question about Anagami. I just want to ask you now, Anagami is non-returner, so they don't come to human realms. So therefore, like they have relinquished like the Bhavatanha and Kamatanha are not there, but still Vibhavatanha is there. That's why they don't come to human realms, but they go to Brahma realms. Is that correct?
Yes, they still have the remaining tanha or craving.
Yes. Yes.
Bhava tanha, vibhava tanha, they still have that. But they don't have the kama tanha, the sensual pleasure. So they don't need to have a body anymore.
Yes, yes, that's true.
But they still they still have attachment to Rupa Jhana, Arupa Jhana. This
Yes.
Bhava Tanha, Vibhava Tanha.
That's right. Thank you. I understood. Yeah. I'm trying to meditate as usual, but it has been difficult because been having a tough time with my mom. My mom's 93 now, and so she needs like me to do everything. Like she doesn't like carers doing anything for her. So it's been a pretty tough time, but I'm doing my loving kindness meditation, which is easier, like whenever I have time. So yeah.
You also have to practice humility. You have to be humble toward your mother.
Yes.
Make
Yes.
yourself the servant, not the master to your mother.
Yeah. Yes.
Wait
I am
for her,
more than a servant.
wait for her to tell you what to do, not for you to tell her what to do.
I'm also a servant.
He's a big servant, big time servant.
Nobody wants to be
thinks-
servant.
Two servants.
Yes, she's blessed, I think. Yes. But sometimes it's very tough. Like she has a little bit of dementia too. So, but it's okay. Yeah, we manage.
Yeah, just accept her for what she is. Don't try to change her.
It's hard to change her.
No way. She has
At
a
this
mind
stage.
of her own.
Yeah.
Always did.
Mm.
But she chants all the time. She chants and she
Good,
meditates.
good.
I don't know what she does as meditation.
But she's happy, though. That means
yeah.
she's doing something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as she's not complaining, then it's okay, I think.
Yeah. When she's doing those things, she doesn't. But when she comes out, that's
Then just
but
start
it's okay.
complaining.
Yeah.
Okay. Then just let her complain. You just keep listening. That's all.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Sanajan.
Sanajan.
Okay, you're
You
welcome.
have any-
Do you have any comment or question?
No, I have a comment, but let's save it for the next time, maybe.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You
we'll
can
go
give
to-
that time to somebody else. Yes.
Yeah, we're
Everyone
almost,
Saranai
yeah,
Jan.
we're almost running out of time, but we can have some overtime also. Don't worry. Intan from Indonesia. Intan, how are you?
I'm fine, Prajan. Good evening, Prajan.
So, any question?
Yes. Prajan, I want to ask, before I learn to Prajan, I very like delicious food. Sometimes just for eat, I go to another town. But when I'm in Wat Yan, Prajan say I eat because it's not my body hungry, but cause my mind hungry. So that time I think, oh, this is right. That's why I'm fat. So I don't know what happened. Now, if I do the same things, I really like to eat delicious food, and I go to there to eat. But when I eat, many times have a thought, don't do the stupid things again. This is just wasting time and your money. Why have a thought like that?
Because you learn more from the Dharma. And this is a stupid thing that you should not be doing.
Mm-hmm. So it means I'm in the right track.
Yes, if you eat less, then you're in the right track.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, Prajan.
all right. Go to Diana now. Anjali. Hi, Anjali.
Ajaan Suchart, Namo Buddhaya. Yes, I missed most of the meeting because we had some bad connection. Just last half an hour, I was able to join again.
You can watch later, I think.
Oh, can you repeat?
You can watch the program later on, what you missed.
Yes. I just the last half an hour, I think I had a similar question about my mother, because some difficulty was there hearing her, and one of the answers you offer about just listening and letting just keep listening if my mom wants to complain. It's unpleasant. It's not all the time, but it's very regular. It's very regular. Yeah.
Just like listening to the wind blowing, that's all. It's just wind blowing, coming out of her mouth. So that's a natural process.
But then it becomes very stormy, and
okay, let it be stormy. You cannot prevent it. You cannot stop it. Let it be. The problem is you're trying to stop it and trying to manage it. And when you cannot do it, then you become stressful.
Yes, it's because my daughter is also involved, and I've been informed that it's not good for my daughter to be listening to all this drama. So I try to limit it. But you're right. I'm not controlling it, but it's just. Well, I guess there's nothing we can do. It's just part of our relating now. But it's not very beneficial. It's not very beneficial to my child, because as she witnesses it has been stressful for her, I've noticed. So I've pulled back a little bit, and now the week is beginning, so I will reach out again, and life is over. Yes.
You have to look at everything as anatta. There's no self, no people, and anything. Everything is just like natural activity, like wind blowing, rain falling, people complaining. It's the same thing. Look at them like a natural process that you cannot control.
Well, once I am away from the situation and contemplate and meditate, I am able to release some of these views of tension. In the moment, I'm not too successful.
Yeah, you lose your mindfulness. You become reactive. You want to control things.
Yes, the times that I know, like let's say if I know the conversation will be stressful, if I start the Buddha mindfulness prior, it's I'm able to cope with it really well. And then at the times that it just catches me off guard, that's when it takes much longer to come out of the reaction like that.
Yeah, just try to repeat Buddha as much as possible when you start to feel stressful. It's easy to say, but it's hard to do.
Yes, because the mind is rolling, and then eventually it stops rolling, and then eventually I'm like, oh, where was my Buddha? And then it's a work in progress.
Yeah, good. At least you know what you need to do more mindfulness.
Yes, some confusion is coming and going. These meetings have been very helpful. I think my daughter also prepared some question for you if there's time today.
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Okay. Greta, you can ask your question. She will come.
Mom.
Yeah?
Mom, she has to speak.
It's okay. Yeah, she when she's in the middle of her play, it's challenging for her to step away, but she's coming. Yeah, okay, maybe she might not be able to ask her question. I think I did look at her question. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, she had something about if she was feeling scared. Oh, now she's coming. Hey, respect.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
You have question for me? Okay, go ahead.
Yes, you may.
Ajaan, are you, I wanted to ask you, are you a Sotapanna?
Oh, I'm just Ajaan. I'm just nobody. I'm just anatta. You know anatta? Nobody, no self.
Okay, and the other question is, what do you do when you feel scared?
You start by reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, Bhutto. Think of the Buddha. And when you think of the Buddha, then the fear will disappear. Okay, try it. Try say Bhutto, 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 Bhutto in your mind. And then after a while, the fear will disappear. Don't stop until the fear disappears. If you're still scared, keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto. Okay? Try it. I guarantee you, your fear will disappear if you keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto.
Thank
you. Okay.
Thank you, Ajahn. Yes, she I'm not sure what I'm not sure, but she's been having some nighttime scares. Nighttime scares. Apparently it's common for some children. So that was what her question was about.
Yeah. You can teach her to do chanting before going to bed. Short chanting like Itipiso, Bhagava, Arahang, Samma Sambuddho. Chanting about the triple gems.
We began to learn it last month, but we didn't finish it. So I will go back to that.
I'll just recite the Buddha, Dhammo, Sangho a few times before going to sleep. This can help her calm the mind.
We will try.
Buddha, Dhammo, Sangho, Buddha, Dhammo, Sangho. Tell her to repeat this until she falls asleep.
Okay, I will introduce it today.
Then she'll be protected by the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha.
Okay, I hope she like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. When I was young, I got scared sometimes, and I keep reciting the chanting, the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha chant. And after a while, the mind becomes peaceful and fall asleep.
It works for myself. It works for myself. It's just that I don't have control over her mind. So I just see that she's stuck somewhere, and it's tricky because I not all the time can help her. So I try.
Yeah, try your best. Do whatever you can. Okay. Anything else?
I know we are running short of time.
You can have one more question.
One more question.
How many more if you like? We can extend the time as long as you keep it brief.
I didn't write anything down this time. I will be here next week. It's better to write it down, I find. Sometimes I'm inspired by the things that I hear, and that's when I have question. In my practice, it's just been very not too stable for my practice. So, but I haven't pinpointed the issue exactly just yet. Like it was good when we go to the monastery to give dana. I find peace and inspiration there. So we missed a few weeks, and I found that I fell off the horse a little bit, and now we start again. It's just helpful to go and hear Dharma, and also to see that my child is also, like the stupa is there, the Buddha relics are there. So it's it's helpful to detach. It's helpful to detach because when we just stay home, you know, the daily issues are all around, and it's really hard to detach from them right then and there. Even though we decide that this is the day we will be the honoring Buddha, just little things slip in. But when we go to monastery, it's somehow it's like having that protection around us, that the distractions are not there, and for that day it's helpful. So.
Yes, the Buddha teaches Buddhists to have a day off and go to the monastery or temples to be away from the worldly affairs.
Yes, my daughter also enjoys watching these Jataka tales, the Jataka tales. She finds a lot of inspiration in them for some reason. The animated ones.
They're good stories. They're the biography of the Buddha's previous lives.
Yes, her favorite is the Angulimala. She always since she was little for some reason. Yes.
Good.
Okay, Ajaan, I'm so happy to see you always.
Okay, you can ask more questions later on next time.
Yes, I prepare.
Okay, good. Next, Gary from Singapore.
Good evening, Ajaan. No questions, just happy to be listening in.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about Yi Kun, also from Singapore? Yi Kun?
Hi, Ajaan. Good evening. I just have two short questions, I think. The first one is, so I think someone spoke about like going through a trauma, and I think it came to my mind my own journey. So like before I came into Buddhism, I had some a period of time of severe depression, and through meditation I got over that. Then I was thinking like, does it take a very traumatic event for some people to change their behaviors and like see the truth?
Well, it varies from people to people, I guess. You cannot really pin it down on any particular type, you know. Just things can happen to anybody, and things might change people sometimes. Things might not change people some other times. So I think it's more in individual cases.
My second question is, so I think last week when I was here meeting you on Zoom, my mom asked me, why are you practicing Buddhism? Why are you meeting monks all the time? Are you gonna go mad from all these practices? So I'm curious, what should I say to her?
Well, just tell her that monks are like doctors. They are mental doctors. And you have some mental issue, you need to have it fixed. So you have to go to monks for this.
Yeah, totally agree. Thank you, Ajaan.
Okay, you're welcome. Next, we'll go to Kunjuk now for more questions.
กราบนมัสการพระอาจารย์ค่ะ We don't have any questions this evening.
Okay, that's good then, because we also ran out of time. So thank you for your participation. I hope this meeting is helpful and can assist you in your practice to move you further ahead. In the meantime, please stay safe, be mindful, and keep on practicing. And if all goes well, I'll see you all at the same time next week. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, Ajaan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ajaan.
Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.